The opinions expressed in this podcast may cause offence. Wayne and Trev do not give a stuff.
You're listening to A Midlife Less Ordinary, the weekly podcast giving you the lowdown on becoming a cool older dude. The good times are not a faded memory. It's time to start living them again. And here are your hosts, Wayne and Trev.
Hello and welcome to another Midlife Less Ordinary. My name's Wayne and Trev's alongside me on Season 3, Episode 2. Hello, Trev.
Winus, how you doing, sir?
I'm very happy to be here again, even though you were harsh last week. I thought you were a bit harsh.
I thought I could have been harsh just then because I called you Winus, which sounds like
anus. Yes, I didn't even. Okay, look at it. You can't help yourself. Oh, that's about a record. That is 30 seconds into it.
That's one of that. That is a PB for me.
You can't help yourself, can you?
Personal best.
But I think people enjoyed the new format. From what I've heard, the feedback and everything. We're still finding our way, aren't we? But
feel like we're actually working for a living.
It is, yeah. It's harder work, but it's fun. It's good.
But I feel pressure.
Yes.
But pressure brings out the best.
That's your tight trousers.
Dum 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 dum.
Get it?
You get it?
Pressure. Yeah, I get it. Don't worry.
You get it.
Yeah. Wasn't about me that time. But it's all good. But I think that it's stopped that question we used to get now and again when we say, "Oh, did you listen to the podcast last week?" "Oh no, I don't like sex shops, so I don't." Who doesn't like sex shops? So I didn't listen to it. Yes, you do. You just don't like to admit it, do you?
No, exactly.
Or cycling,
everybody's
or whatever.
like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sex shops.
So
Because to be honest, don't want to look like a perv, do you?
No, they buy online. They go to Love Honey. They go to Love Honey.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Love Honey.
I don't know.
Oh, right.
I just love honey. I'm like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I could be Tigger. I like Tigger. He's a dumbass, isn't he, Tigger?
Yeah. Thanks for that. I played him in the school play. Anyone who went to Temple Sutton would know that.
Obviously.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Dumbass and Tigger. Yeah.
You were cast amazing for that.
Whoever
the casting director
Method
was.
acting.
A pat on the back for that. Really does.
Right.
Hopefully they went on to have a great career.
I've had enough of this. But this segments, it's much harder work, but we're catering for everyone now, and we're hoping that these evolve. We're still learning, that we can give you a little bit of guidance. We're doing this right up to date. So one thing I didn't tell you about, Trev, we're going to put in some new segments this week. Last week there was a lot of chocolate and it wasn't even a segment. It was just a lot about chocolate. Now,
we got on a roll, didn't we? Because to be honest, I like chocolate, you like chocolate. And I was hungry when we were doing it as well.
Oh, is that what it was?
You know, it's like when you're in the supermarket.
Yes.
And you always say eat before you shop.
Yes.
Because you're hungry and you just walk up and you buy crap.
Yeah. Or you're talking about Bounty bars again, aren't you?
I wouldn't buy a crap.
No,
like
you wouldn't. No, or crunches.
I would. You know what? Very
People
quickly,
think you're
one more
crazy.
little thing.
Yep.
I couldn't even have the ice cream Bounties.
Look, I didn't want to speak about chocolate. It's my fault. I'd started this.
You bring it up.
But this week we're going to add a couple more segments in. These is stuff that we've spoken about. We're going to try these segments, try them out with the audience. But I think they're quite entertaining. We've got a little interview.
Let us know, wouldn't they? If they don't.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
That's a good thing.
Trevor and I have been out and about this week. The Lee Art Trail is on at the moment. There's 2 weeks of unadulterated. It's something. It's something unadulterated. Adulterated.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever you want to call the Lee Art Trail. It's great. But it's there 2 weeks. And Trevor and I spent some time with one of the friends of the show. We'll play that in a short while. That's all good fun. We get down there. It's great. I think that Trevor and I, it's something that we will literally be going to regularly now, art trails. After we've done the podcast, basically.
To be honest, they're a great crowd.
Yeah.
Again, when we did the art podcast, you get this feeling it's like berets and jazz hands and like ponces. It's not, is it?
Yeah. No, not at all. No, it's good fun. Good fun.
Decent people having a good time. There was beer, there was alcohol, there was a bit of music, wasn't there?
And as you've hopefully seen on the social media, there's portraits to be had. Very good work. So, get yourself along to the Lee Art Trail if you get a chance. Yeah. But, I haven't even told you about this trip. But, we've said to people in the various seasons we've done where we've said, go to the website, amlopodcast.com, hit the microphone button and leave us a message. Well, some people did. I just don't think we knew how
Really?
to work it and get
And
them
it
off
took
of
you
there.
this long?
It's
It took
taken
you this
2
long to find
seasons.
them?
Yeah, to find them.
Really?
So we've got some out of context.
These people put it on a live.
Oh dear, that would be awful. It's like a eulogy for them. But but I thought that it'd be nice to dig these out. Now the referencing episodes that are obviously in the past, but I thought it'd be nice to drag these out. So if you're one of these, we've picked 2 today. If you're one of these 2 people, we got Barry who left us a nice message, and I've called this. I've done a little segment, because we're missing like the test the guest segment. I thought I'd do a little introduction to it, and here we go.
Good. That's lovely.
The audience has spoken. Yeah, do you like that?
You did that, didn't you?
Yes, of course.
Did you summon your
Barry?
Sorry,
so I
Barry's
just wanted to say well done for the podcast,
All
fellas.
quiet now.
I left a little bit of a review to say a similar sort of thing, but I've just listened to what I'm going to call episode 11.5, because I think episode 12 gives it like almost like a final, like a final touch, but it kind of adds on to all of the episodes that you've done before. But it felt like a really important episode to me, and it got me thinking. I said in the review that I left you that I don't really consider myself to be in my midlife, but what that episode's got me doing is thinking that what if at 35, what if that is my midlife? What if I do only have another 35 years? And it's not about what you have or haven't done over the last 35. It's what am I going to do with the next 35? Or play it shorter term. What am I going to do in the next year, the next 5, 10, so on? And I think I agreed with a lot of things that you said about just making the most of the opportunities that present themselves when they present themselves. And if there's that thing that you want to do, go and do it, because you really don't know how long you're going to be here for. And I think the saying is, you're here for a short, for a good time, not necessarily a long time. And well done, fellas, because your podcast has got people smiling, got people laughing. Keep it up. I'm looking forward to the new season.
Yeah, lovely. Thanks for that, Barry. That was it's a really nice message, and sort of.
And he's a very, very wise man.
Oh,
very wise man,
isn't
he?
Yeah,
you can hear it.
Wise
very
words.
Wise man.
They're very wise words. That's exactly why we do it, to hear things like that. So I don't know why we haven't explored this before.
You know what? You know what I like about that?
What's that?
Is he's younger than us, and he still touched him.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to say touching.
So talking of touching, not that actually. I should have led to that from that. But somebody else left us a message. It seems to be somebody that might have gone to our school or something, Trev, because they mention it. It's Lee.
We didn't mention Blue Thunder, Heart to Heart, Dempsey and Makepeace, Wonder Woman, Linda Carter was amazing. What can I say, mate? What can I say? But awesome what you and Wayne are doing, mate. Remember, you're both from school. Awesome people. Happy times in this lockdown. Make me laugh lots. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.
Well, thanks.
That's very good.
Thanks, Lee. Nice message again.
When he started off, I thought he was just criticising us because we left loads of crap out.
That did sound a bit like that. But to be honest, we did get that with that episode, didn't we? I remember that. That was obviously the TV nostalgia, wasn't it?
It was
season
difficult.
1.
It was difficult to put it all in one show. We could have gone on for ages.
Exactly.
And to be honest, we might even revisit that then.
Yeah, of course. There's plenty to talk about.
If you want us to talk about tight beige trousers on men with mirror shades called Poncherello, then we will.
Yeah, I thought that was just you when you're going to the jazz hands places.
Friday night.
Yeah,
love it. nice big throbbing between my legs. Love it. I thought I mentioned Blue Thunder, but I might have been wrong.
No, it was Airwolf. I think was similar, but not quite right.
We're one helicopter men.
Yeah, exactly. Once you like a helicopter, it's like a football team. Once you like a helicopter, you can't go to any other helicopters.
Yeah, once your colours
other choppers
are nailed, choppers. Once your chopper is nailed.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. When your rotors are nailed, then you only have room for one helicopter.
Yes,
you?
Indeed.
That's the thing.
I think that's right. So then message. Obviously, the first one was Barry talking about the episode we've done, which has been very successful, actually, about making the most of your life.
Which we thought we become across quite preachy.
We did.
And
I don't know what
no
we
one
worried
would
about.
no one would actually listen to a couple of middle-aged losers gobbing off.
Losers? I like
You are. People listen to me a bit.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I've got
They
information.
just tag along for the ride.
Exactly. Yeah, I've got information. But like, we were quite kind of like a bit skeptical, weren't we? Like, oh, should we?
I don't know what the hell we were thinking. That's been the most
I don't.
feedback episode we've had. by
people
far.
loved it. Yeah.
When we did actually put a lot into it. It did take a lot out of us to do that one because we were worried about it more. Where the others are just go off talking about
emotional
that.
content.
Not anger. Yeah, that's
exactly.
true. I know you, Bruce.
Very Bruce Lee.
Very Bruce Lee.
Emotional
More Bruce Lee in
contact.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, getting slapped into a car by.
A bit more like Bruce Forsyth.
Go.
Yeah.
Which my impression of that is not as controversial as doing
Exactly.
them other
That was
two
a
you
bit
just did,
shocking,
Lee.
wasn't it?
That was
Yeah.
shocking. So there
And
you
so-
go. Don't
so
bait
that-
us.
That impression. So if I was to say cigar, shell suit, and blonde hair, that's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You don't want to say the name.
No. Was she in TJ Hooker? It's Heather Locklear.
She went out with Tommy Lee,
Yeah, she did.
who
He's ruined her.
allegedly has got a bigger slong than me.
Yeah, but
I find it hard
I
to
can't
believe.
believe that. Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, he's not a bigger slong than you. He's
No.
got a bigger slong than you.
Talking
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Tommy Lee, if anybody doesn't know who Tommy Lee is, he's the drummer at Motley Crue.
Yeah, he's not the bloke out the film with Harrison Ford. Yeah.
No. He's got a mechanical arm. Tommy Lee was like the real bad boy. He was an absolute nut.
Yes.
And I actually flicked over the other night and no, I wasn't. I'm lying. I was watching, and I might even mention this again in another bit, but I was watching something on Netflix about drummers.
Yes.
And there was a girl who played with the Darkness, was talking about her influences. Yeah, she didn't last long in the Darkness. I think they soon offed her out. She probably had like, and she was saying, that's a good documentary. I can't think what it's called, but that's another thing. But yeah, anyway, she was saying that he was the first drummer she saw and thought, I want to play the drums. And they showed you the video for Girls with his kit spun round. I saw them on that tour and he did that. And to be honest, he wasn't a great drummer, but doing that was something else.
Yeah.
And she actually went on to play with Motley Crue. I didn't know that. And she said, like, I never thought that after seeing that tour when she was really young, that she'd go. And she actually did. And I thought, that's pretty good for a girl to play drums with Motley Crue for a little while. They showed a clip of it. And I didn't really, it weren't just like, oh, we do this as a publicity stunt. She actually toured with them for like a couple of years, which I thought was great. But I'm off topic now.
And did they play it backwards and summon the devil?
No, because Judas Priest were top for that.
Oh, that's better to play.
That's
it. That's it. That's it.
Actually, yeah. And the funny thing is with that as well, which it was all total bollocks.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
And it was. Yeah.
Well, you've got El Diablo all over you. You've got it like tattooed on your back, all over you. You would as well.
Yeah. The devil all over you. Yeah. But yeah, excuse me. But yeah, they actually went to court about that. I think it was Tipper Gore, and he tried to get them done for it, and it was absolute rubbish. And my first experience about kind of backward messages on albums wasn't Judas Priest, it was actually Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
It was Peace of Mind, the album. I'm trying to think what track it is, whether it's Quest for Fire but there's a backward message before that plays. And there was a big, oh yes.
Maybe you should have a segment called Backward Messages from Heavy Metal 80s
That would
tracks.
be good. Yeah. You could, if people know a lot about them.
Well, there you go. We'll play your messages. If you go to the website, amlopodcast.com, click on the icon. You've got 2 minutes to leave a message, leave abuse, tell Trevor what he should be wearing, whatever you want to do.
The funny thing is, again, they tried to do Iron Maiden for it. They tried to have him up for it. And it was actually proven it was actually Robert Mugabe's speech backwards. I don't know why they used that.
He sounded like he was talking backwards anyway when he used to speak, didn't he, to be fair.
But you know what that reminds me of as well, very, very quickly? The biscuit advert.
Oh, biscuits.
Do you remember that?
You're going to get onto biscuits.
Yeah. We do biscuits. We've done chocolate.
Yeah.
Because I've just had a couple of Garibaldi's, which are the king of cheap biscuits. You're going to say custard cream, which
No.
You say Bourbons, you're going to get grief.
No, I'm not going to say anything at the moment.
We'll do a segment on this because I like the sound of this.
We'll save it, yeah.
Do you remember the advert when the woman was playing the record back? Don't eat biscuits.
Yeah.
Don't. Loved it. I think it was a Rich Tea advert, but it was great. Took me back to them old days, like really did.
With mash, get smash. Oh, can I get on with our normal segments now,
Yeah,
please?
sorry,
After
man,
that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
You've invented a whole new segment. Thank you for that.
Talking slob blocks.
But we've got our normal, our regular segment now, Trev, the AMLO Weekly Wipe. So, Trev, this is where we don't seriously, but we kind of go over what's happening, and because we're right up to date now, we can kind of talk about stuff that's happening in the news. I thought we'd bring up first the new, and this has happened very recently, the new social care proposed levy of a 1.25% increase on national insurance in order to pay for the NHS operations that are in backlog and social care moving forward, hitting the lowest paid hardest. Trev, any thoughts on that?
Well, to be honest, you're going to have to help me out here because I haven't watched the news at all this week.
Well, I'm telling you it now. I'm telling you it. Yeah.
You're telling me now.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what's gone on outside of.
Well, it's just basically going to cost you about $5 a week more just for old people to, us basically to have care.
I'm all for that, to be honest, because I'm pretty useless now. But I'm going to be absolutely more useless when I get older.
You're not older and wiser then?
No, I will need help.
So you're up for it? You're up for paying another $5 a week?
Yeah, why wouldn't
something?
you? These people have looked after us.
Well, what the argument is that obviously the rich who are probably in limited companies and everything and pay capital gains are probably going to get away with some of it. Although national insurance, I think their contributions probably do come out of national insurance. But it's basically the Tories pledged that they wouldn't raise taxes, but obviously we've had COVID in the meantime, and that's what's being blamed. But that was the controversy. We don't like to get political on this show. No. But that's big news at the moment. The other big news, Trev, up to 1,000 migrants the other day crossing the Channel, and there's a story of one of them paying the people smugglers in France. Well, I don't know. Actually, they're probably paying them in Afghanistan, to be honest. But £1,600 these people are paying each. 1,000 of them have come across.
That must have been a big boat, though.
Well, they're passing through every. Ho, heave, ho.
The drum.
I don't think they were rowing it. I think they were on little life raft. So they're coming across through all them other countries in the world to come to, because obviously the promised land is the UK. Or they're blaming us for what's happening in Afghanistan. Obviously, I don't know, but obviously it's a terrible story of these people desperate to come over to the UK on this tiny island.
Imagine
France
what
don't seem to care.
Like. What a surprise! Anyway, imagine what it must be like.
Oh, man, well, some of the people are dying. The kids to risk coming across the channel and that.
Honestly, that's not being funny. We've been on ferries before, and that's pretty shitty.
Yes.
Imagine crossing that.
Well, for £1,600, they could have a luxury cruise on the Queen Elizabeth III, couldn't they?
To be honest, for £1,600, I would have carried them across like some Christopher. Because that's
one at a time.
Good money.
Yeah.
That's good money.
Exactly.
That's good money.
We missed a trick here, Trev. Yeah, we need to get onto that.
What we should do is you've got a boat.
What am I doing? Yeah, what am I saying? I've got a boat that just cost me a fortune sitting there in the marina.
Exactly. We've got an instant business here. Instant business.
Well, that's good thinking.
Midlife Less Ordinary Ferry Company. There you go. It's done.
I'm sorted. I don't need to think about working anymore.
We do it for 1,500. Knock £100 down.
Yeah, bargain.
Introductory offer.
Introductory offer. Special offer. Yeah.
Exactly,
this week only. We'll have a Black Friday event. No, exactly. Not. But it's straight on to the next. I thought we'd just bring up the football. The internationals have been. It's international fortnight, which basically means all the other football gets put off, which is a bit of a shame. But England's have had 2 4-0 wins so far. They would have played again since this comes out. We can't keep that up to date, unfortunately. But
got Poland.
They got Poland later in the week. But they won 4-0 against Hungary, which could have been a slippery slope.
Hungary aren't mugs, are they?
No, they're not. They've got some good players.
They had some good players.
Once they broke them down, it was inevitable, really. But good, decent performance considering the hangover.
Bit like doing this show. Once you break me down, it's a walkover, isn't it?
You walk all over me. I know that.
Yeah, I know it because obviously I'm a Spurs supporter.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch that game. And I know it looked like Harry Kane scored a good header in that game.
Yeah, it was.
But they reckon he missed a couple of sitters as well.
Yeah. You wouldn't be too disappointed with 100 million. But no, that's what they're there for.
It's a striker for you.
Yeah.
It's like
he's still a big game winner at the end when it comes to it. I don't even know if he's totally fit yet, to be honest.
No, and this is what I mean. It's like, but the other game was Andorra.
Oh, the mighty Andorra, yeah.
A guy I a guy who listens to the show, who I work with, he took his kids, said the atmosphere was brilliant.
Great for the
He's a
kids.
big Leeds supporter, so he went to
Bamford.
see Patrick Bamford. But
Yeah.
by the sound of it, Bamford was completely out of his depth. Shame.
Roy Keane stuck up for him on the
Did he good?
TV, which is quite strange for Roy Keane to stick up for anyone.
What do you say then?
Well, no, Pugach, or whatever his name is, the ITV host. He was basically saying, Bamford's a bit out of his depth. And actually, it was Ian Wright and
said.
Roy Keane. Yeah, exactly. Roy Keane and Ian Wright both stuck up for him and said, look, it's his debut. He's running into good space, but it's just not gotten on the edge of anything.
I think the problem is, and this is like, I'll sum it up quickly because we want to carry on, but people forget, because they paid so much money, which is ludicrous. It's ludicrous, but they expect them to be robots.
Yeah.
And they're not. They're still young men. I think as well, I don't know about
us.
you, but very much
I'm like
us.
a young man, yeah, of course I am.
Young man, fit like us, you know, plenty of money, things going on.
You just said we're skint. We're starting off a boating company, now we're loaded.
Always keep people guessing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good
Flick
point,
from
Trev.
both.
Yeah.
Always keep
Case of
people
tax man's
guessing.
listening.
Exactly. Yeah, bastard. Anyway, that's it. But they forget they're only young men.
Yeah, exactly.
They're criticising these.
pressure.
Not when you look at them, they're 22, 27.
Yeah, I still think they're older than me.
You were a right absolute no hope at that age, because I knew you then.
Well, so nothing's changed, is it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I wouldn't have criticised you then.
No. You did.
You don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you just do it
Not
more
being funny.
now.
You still had your hands down your pants virtually every second of the day.
What? What's this about?
You know,
Playing pocket billiards?
These guys have moved on, have moved different places, away from their parents.
Have you heard them speak? They're not very intelligent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but to be honest, man, if you were brought up from such an early age just playing football every second of the day, because that's what it takes to do that, then you're not going to do anything else. You haven't got a lot of time for education. It's
No.
you know.
I was nearly saying Pink Floyd then, but they're not going there. But but that's the AMLO Weekly White for this week. I think that pretty much sums up everything that's happening in the news this week. You know, as always, leave us a message if there's anything you want to feedback on or to do with that. Yeah. And I thought it'd be nice now, Trev, if we go back to the Lee Art Trail and play the interview we made with the guys
Dave
at the
and Andy.
Little Known Studio.
Cool.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
So Trevor and I went down last week. This is, by the time this episode comes out, you've still got a week to get down the Lee Art Trail.
19th.
So yeah, from the
19th
up to the 19th.
You know?
So yeah, get yourself down there and here we
Discover some culture.
Discover some culture.
Local culture. Here
we go. Here's the guys at the Little Known Studio. Sorry about the quality of this. We had to record it on the hop, and obviously it's a busy road in Lee Road.
We didn't really know what we were going to do, and it seemed a good opportunity to get the two of them there.
So it's very
we tried
rustic,
our best, didn't we? We shoved everybody out of the pavement.
We shoved all the people out the gallery.
Get out,
right, we're doing an interview here. It's important. So
you had people squashing their faces against the window. Let's in.
You can hear all the cars going past.
The alcohol was in there, wasn't it? As well.
Yeah.
So we locked in to drink, but we were locked in with it.
It's only like we just locked in for the alcohol, but basically it was just to get the. But you can hear everything going on. Very rustic, but a few minutes. It's not the end of the world. Here we go. So Trev and myself are down now at the Lee Art Trail. We're at friend of the show, Andy's Little Known Studio in Lee Road. Nice to see you again, Andy.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, nice to see you both.
So the Art Trail, how long's it on for, Andy?
It's on for 2 weeks, from the 4th to the 19th. Covers most of Leigh-on-Sea and a couple of private houses in the area as well.
Fantastic. And what can people expect from this Lee Art Trail?
A variety, from portrait paintings to photos to collage to sculpture, you name it, the trail's got it.
Cool. Covering everything.
Excellent. We feel cultural just being there.
Honestly, I can just feel culture running through my veins.
It always is. Yeah. It's about as nice as I get to you. And we're joined also by Dave Nevard, and his expressionist work is in Andy's studio for this 2 weeks.
Hello, how's it going?
And what are you hoping for, Dave, from this Lee Art Trail sales?
Many sales as possible.
Yeah, so people come down and have a look.
That sounds a bit crass, actually, doesn't it? Just to enrich people's lives with a bit of culture.
Yes.
It's all about the ka-ching, Dave.
We'll edit that so it sounds really...
I don't mind, it's just fame and fortune.
But art trails are a good way for people to maybe not experience much art previously to come and enjoy and see a variety of different artists and their work in one kind of enjoyable day, even.
Yeah,
isn't
that's it. Yeah. I mean, you can plan your day. You know, you can just do part of it in the time that you've got, and then you can, instead of going to a gallery where you may have only one theme on over that term, you can see sculpture, then I don't know, portraiture the next, and then photography. You know, and just work your way through it.
Andy,
Really,
how many actual exhibits are there?
69.
69.
It's a good number.
Yeah, I love that number.
Yes,
One of the
yes,
best
it had to
numbers.
be,
Was that picked on purpose? 69?
Oh, it's in the trail.
Oh, right. I thought we might have some kind of hand in that.
Is there a website that people can go to find out about the trail?
Yeah, it's the leearttrail.com.
Brilliant.
And then it's Facebook page and Instagram as well.
Excellent. And Andy, I believe there's some news, and I've seen myself that you have a new studio on the way. Is that right?
Yeah, the studio is expanding. I've rented a larger space in the heart of Southend, which is going to be workshops.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
It's going to be a space where photographers can come along, set up scenes, and then they can take pictures of whatever theme they like, obviously. It's mainly, again, a sharing space, so it doesn't matter on your ability, whether your family just want to have a certain art, you know, you want to go at a certain art, then you can come along, you can spray, you can maybe try a bit of sculpture, maybe a bit of screen printing, and then just general painting, really.
You're bringing it to the masses, Andy.
Hopefully,
Yes.
we'll see.
Yeah.
You are a local kind of great advocate of art, Andy, aren't you?
Well,
I know you
are,
not
but,
self-professed. We're professional.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But,
we're putting you on that pedestal.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Dave just understood.
I stand on this table here.
Will there be a space for lessons? Will you be teaching,
Yes.
Andy?
Yeah.
It looks like that kind of space. I can see that working.
Yeah, so it's got a classroom. It needs to set up classrooms so we can do live drawings, live paintings there, and it's got a workshop space as well where we can run different classes for different disciplines.
Have you had any kind of help from the community with that, like Southend and Lee, or just set up yourself?
It's totally, for me, funded by my own pocket. I've had no help from any outside.
Well, that's the thing to get sorted, isn't it? If anybody's listening to this and wants to help Andy out,
Potential
Dave
sponsors,
out,
yeah.
Exactly. You know, it's a good thing. You're going to get lots of coverage for it. So get
Yeah,
involved.
that'd be great. I'd appreciate that. It's just cost me a fortune.
You do it for the love, guys. You do it for the love.
Rewarding in the end. That's amazing.
And while we got you two guys together, Andy obviously being, hopefully you've seen his work, a portrait artist, and Dave being an expressionist artist, just for laymen out there, and Trevor and I had to learn,
Exactly.
what are the differences between the work that you two guys put out there?
Dave?
Depends how many beers you've had.
Thanks, Dave.
I think expressionist stems from the German movement, but yeah, it's more kind of putting feeling into the brushwork rather than trying to make it look, like a photo. Similar to the Impressionist movement. The Impressionist movement was French, but yeah, they are different. But anyway, Andy, go on.
Well, my work's mainly about expression and texture. If I boil it down to a couple.
I just said that.
To be honest, it's a bit sad, isn't it, really? Because Dave just said about France, Germany.
Yeah.
No English in there. It's uncultured English art, isn't it?
France was the epicentre of the art world, and then actually a few years ago I went over to Berlin and found out they had the Expressionist Museum. So me and the missus went rushing over there, spent about €40 in a cab ride, got there, and it was the size of a small primary school. I don't know if you've ever been to France to see their museums. They're a little bit bigger than that for this Impressionist stuff. But
I've been to the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. Is that will that make me cultural, or does that just make me ponce?
It probably will, because I haven't heard of it. So well done.
You're just name dropping, Wayne. Just like cool.
I
That's
think
what
it's
you're
all
doing.
about how long you spent in there.
Yeah, this is true. And what I love, I couldn't tell you what was there.
You're
So
looking for the toilet. It was.
Did you actually meant to turn in the bar?
I think this bit needs editing, I believe. But thanks, guys. Really appreciate. Please come down to the Lee Art Trail. It's great fun for all to be had. Family time over the next 2 weeks. Again, always look for Dave and Andy's work. Little known studio.
Check it out on their
number
social
3.
media.
You're number 3 on the trail.
three.
Yep, lovely.
Definitely look at their social media. 'Cause it's all on there for them. So you can just have a look there and see.
There you go, and I've learnt something today.
You have. You should
about
learn
expressions.
something every day, mate. You should learn something
Thanks for
every
that.
day.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot.
So there we go. Get yourselves down there. Great way to introduction to art. Always good fun down the little known studio. Talk to Andy, or Dave might be down there on that day. Definitely a good way.
The two good things about that, what I really liked about that day, was when we interviewed him, you become David Prost in seconds.
Hello, good evening, and welcome.
And the other thing, listening to that back, was when Andy said spraying, Dave couldn't control himself. And because we know Dave very well, he looked at me, and because you were talking, Andy was talking, and he sort of went, spraying! And I had to look down because I thought, I'm not going back to school now.
I'm
not going back to school.
We're professionals
now.
here.
We're professionals now.
And we got out an interview. We got an interview that was entertaining.
It was great. It was fun.
But we found out a lot there. And Andy's got his new studio going, which is going to be great, a creative space.
Yeah, because we're going to be a bit involved by the sound of it as well.
It sounds like we could be involved.
Sounds like we're going to get involved,
which will be great.
Which is nice.
We look forward to that. And I think now, Trev, it's time for this stream review of the week, where we tell people what they can be watching on the TV.
Yeah, I like this bit.
Yeah, so the first one for me this week, Trev, is one that you actually recommended to me, and I've subsequently watched. And it's Brothers in Arms: The Making of Platoon. It's on Amazon Prime. Charlie Sheen narrates. It's a very insightful making of documentary about one of the most influential war movies, in my opinion, ever made.
How amazing is it?
Yeah,
Platoon. How epic is it?
Oh, it's totally
What I loved about that, and I don't know why, because they're all on it apart from Forrest Whitaker. I don't know what he was doing. But what I liked about that, I know this is your review and I'm talking over you. Well, to be honest, I know a bit more about it. You just introduce it, I'll talk about it.
That's not how it works. I do one, you do one. You're taking over my parts now as well.
Exactly, but honestly, go on in.
It's just, look, it's great. If you love Platoon, watch these guys. It sounds like they're still mates because of Platoon.
That's what I liked about it.
Well, it's a celebration of camaraderie and revelry.
One of the guys that was in Platoon made the documentary, didn't he?
Yeah.
Honestly, it was great. If you're into movies, to me, it's probably my most enjoyable Vietnam film. It's not the best one, because I think Apocalypse Now because of the cinematography.
It's mentioned in it actually, isn't it? Because Martin Sheen.
And that's great, isn't it? Link. But Apocalypse Now is incredible, but as an enjoyable standalone Vietnam War film, I know people aren't going to agree with me. It shits all over Full Metal Jacket.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
Full Metal Jacket's great.
It's great.
But Platoon is a better film. It's a lot better about the camaraderie. I love Full Metal Jacket, as I said, but to be honest, there's no comparison.
If you want to have a bit of fun as well, Platoon's got it all, definitely.
Yeah.
But sorry, mate, we're going to run out of time on the stream review. Go on. You choose what you've been watching, Trevor. What you're recommending?
I watched. And I don't know why I watched it. I just wanted a bit of fun and a bit of comedy. I watched Vacation Friends with John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest, it looked just like a real average American comedy. And I read a cut. I always check Internet Movie Database very quickly. And it got really good reviews. And to be honest, it is ever so good.
What is it? What's it on, Trev?
On Netflix. John Cena has all of a sudden become Mark Wahlberg, just bigger.
Because the Suicide Squad as well, he's good.
He seems to be coming out. I got a bit of a soft spot because he's a Spurs supporter. He turned up one of the games in a shirt and stuff. And that shows you how shallow
he's built like me. I like.
It's good. It's good. It's worth it. If you got an hour and a half, he's actually.
I'll definitely put my
check that out.
Put my remote control along that. Definitely. What's that called again, Trev?
Vacation Friends.
Vacation Friends. And my recommendation for a movie that's been out a while, but it's one of my favourite movies of the last decade, is the 2015 movie starring Benicio del Toro, Sicario. You know this film, Trev. I know.
Love it.
It's also got Emily Blunt and Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
A recent familiar tale of law enforcement and a drug supply around the Mexican borders. We've seen all things like that. But this is quite a violent and gritty depiction.
But it's just done so well.
It is. And Emily Blunt's good as the FBI agent. And Josh Brolin as an iconic wearer of flip-flops, if I remember rightly.
A bit like you.
A bit like the dude.
The funny thing is with that, a sequel come out to it, which I thought was bizarre. Which is good, but it ain't. There's no need for a sequel to it.
No.
But that film, because I'm fed up with the Mexican drug cartel, don't want to know about it anymore. It's been done, overdone. But that film was great. Yeah. And Benny the man, as I like to call him, is superb in it. because he comes across quite. Just he comes across as though he's really evil, but he's fair.
Code of Honor. Very good film. That if you haven't seen that, watch it. Definitely. That's on Amazon Prime as well. So I'm doing all Prime this week. What's your last one of the week, Joe?
The very last one, completely different to what we spoke about just now, is Monsters at Work, the TV series.
Oh, what's tell us about
I really like the film Monsters Inc. And Monsters University was quite good as well. When I first started watching Monsters at Work, I was like, cash in, cuddly, blah, blah. Stuck with it because of the animation, because I like it. And, they brought Billy Crystal back and John Goodman and to be honest, it's ever so good. Give it a chance.
So if you like Monsters Inc., you recommend it definitely. It's ever so good.
Yeah, definitely.
Or anything about animation in general.
Yeah. Basically, at the start, I thought it's a cash-in, cop-out, blah, blah. But they've introduced new characters, like a little sort of basement office, which works really well. And obviously, the older ones are in it as well. So, it works. It is good. Yeah.
Well,
Kids
there you
will
go.
love it. You'll love it.
That's the AMLO stream reviews of the week. Put them on your to watch list. And Trev, I think we're going to have time for another segment. Actually, we're really putting them in this week.
Cramming them in.
We're hammering them in. This is one we've come up with that we're quite passionate about, putting something in a bit funny with a funny name that we could talk about something a bit serious even. And we've called this segment Dick of the Week. And basically, Dick of the Week is not you, Trev, or anyone else sending in their pictures of their dangly bits or anything like that. Unfortunately, I know that everyone got excited then, but this is basically we pick a famous Richard every week, and then we're just going to talk about them a bit and celebrate their life, or talk about them or diss them or whatever it is. But we'll put Dick of the Week on, and you'll find out who we're talking about this week. And here's the little intro to it. And this week's Dick of the Week, I put the number one dick, I think, Trev, right at the top there. It's Richard Harris. What do you think about Richard Harris?
What? English Bob?
Yes, Unforgiven. Classic.
Yeah, Unforgiven. Bob Dick, as he's known.
He's proper top dick. But,
proper pisshead.
Yes,
as well.
That's what I love about him. He's part of that clique.
Proper pisshead, part of that gang. But never come across on his films like he was a pisshead. Unlike another dick,
very professional.
We will mention in another episode. Yeah, very professional dick.
Yeah.
Irish dick.
Yes. He's
an
always
Irish
good.
dick.
Yeah.
Left behind dick.
Yes.
At some point in Wild Geese, a left behind dick. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
Well, he was born in. Funny enough, he was born in 1930, died in 2002. Just about the time his last movie was released, which was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I think he made a better Dumbledore than
by far.
Michael Gambon.
I'm not a massive fan. I'm not a massive fan of those. I like them. I watch them.
No, but he was. There's something about him, didn't it? He had he was chosen. Apparently, he was asked 3 times to do that film, and he turned it down. Really? And the only reason he did it because his 11-year-old granddaughter said she'd never talk to him again or something.
That's cool, isn't it?
I think he'd given up the booze by then, sort of thing.
But he'd look very slow, didn't he? In it,
he looks a lot old. He's only 72 when he died, so he's only 70-odd. I say he's only.
He looked rough, but then you would do, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I look rough now, and I'm only 50. You know what I mean? That's saying something. 76 acting credits to his name. Some of them you might know. Cromwell, which was quite a thing for him to pull off because he's Irish, obviously. Cromwell being a controversial figure. A Man Called Horse, and he'd done the return of A Man Called Horse, didn't he? Or something?
He did do that. I've seen that as well.
I don't know if there's A Man Called Horse 6 or anything. I don't know. But Unforgiven, as you've mentioned. Patriot Games. He's in that. Patriot Games. Did you know that?
Yes, he is. He's one of the IRA, isn't he?
That's right. Well, In fact, the only time he actually played an Irishman, I think. But
he was in the original. What's the movie? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, Man in the Iron Mask.
No. The
the Count of Monte Cristo.
No,
I'll just carry on all night with these sort of references to film.
The big one that he's in.
He's not in Titanic.
Oh no,
Basketball Diaries, Shutter Island. I know he was dead by then. No, he's not in there. I'll let you keep thinking while I talk some more.
No,
did you know he had a 7-minute long single called MacArthur Park in 1968 that got to number 4 in the British charts?
Brilliant.
There you go.
You can't knock that.
That's rock and roll.
There.
Yeah, exactly.
In the chart.
but if
the Revenant. The Revenant.
Oh, he's in the Revenant. Oh, the
No,
original
he's not in
Revenant.
The Revenant.
No.
The original film, which I can't think what it's called, but I do own it and I've seen it. He's DiCaprio's part in that, Richard Harris.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen that. I don't think I'll have to look that up now.
good.
Oh, thanks for the recommendation. Wrong segment, but thanks for that. Yeah, cheers.
Honestly, man, the bear segment doesn't look as good in Richard Harris's.
No, I can imagine that. Yeah, it's a bloke in a bear skin.
It is right. It does look like a bloke in a suit as well.
But one of the funniest stories I've heard of Richard Harris, and I got this from the Irish Times. It just sums him up really, and we'll finish about what a great dick he was with this.
Yeah,
he's just as and this is what the Irish Times says. Just as there are many stories of his drinking escapades, there are numerous tales of his fiery temperament, which didn't appear to dim as he got older. At the age of 70, he was drinking in the Coach and Horses in Soho when an Irish girl accosted him for not giving back to Limerick. His son, Jared Harris, relayed the story to the Telegraph. I really am a very forgiving man, he said to her. I can forgive ignorance. I can forgive rudeness, but I can't forgive ugliness. And you are the ugliest woman I have ever seen. Now, off. Her boyfriend then intervened as Dad was standing up. He sucker punched the boyfriend and knocked him out, said Jared. Then the woman started running around shouting, Dickie Harris has killed my boyfriend. And Dad took his Guinness, chucked it into the bloke's face. And when he come round, he said, he's not dead. Now that just sums him up as a proper hellraiser. That's when he's 70 years old.
It's
top man.
He's still large in it.
Still large in it.
In Soho.
So you are top dick, Richard Harris, and we miss you. The world is a sadder place without you. So,
definitely.
So that was Dick of the Week. I like that segment, Trev. I think it's a great idea. We've got some great dicks to talk about over the next few weeks.
We've got it all lined up for that. We've got some ones you'd think we'd do, and some you'd think
we'd never think we'd do. But it's good fun. So we fitted in a lot into tonight's episode. Trev, have you enjoyed all the new segments?
It's been a tombola of fun.
It really has been. I didn't mention Quality Street this week, so I don't want to start you off again.
No,
but tombola, white elephant, whatever way you want to put it.
But, some kind of school fete.
Yes.
It's been.
Yeah, like the ones we used to go to in the old days.
Oh, I used to love that.
Used to love it.
Used to love those. Great. Man. Love them.
But if you want to star in our new episodes, leave us a message. Just leave us what you do. If you can sing, leave us a song. We'll play that on here. But we're looking for
a
bit of poetry. Send it in.
If you can bring out your inner Spike Milligan.
Yeah, definitely. Something like that. We'll definitely be playing that. Great. But amlopodcast.com, if you don't mind, leave us a review. We really appreciate it. But leave us a voice message or a song or whatever it is you want to do, some abuse, and we'll play the best ones on the podcast for this season 3. We hope you enjoyed this new episode, which is episode 2, episode 31 in the grand scheme of things. 31. And we'll hopefully see you on next week's episode. Cheers, Trev. Enjoyed it.
Audience. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please leave a rating and review and visit our website at www.amlopodcast.com to check out all the links and resources in the show notes. Start living them good times. See you next time.